Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. Let's get it spun up here. Where's my... I don't think so. All right. First, let's jump out to the scans. Actually, first, let's hit that disclaimer. And all right, so here's a scan for the day. Only thing I'm seeing right now is Zero that's meeting my criteria. CERO. Let me go look at that. Yesterday, I traded SM or SRM for some pretty nice profits, trading right up this trend. You can see my little red, those little red nicks out there where I took my entries. So traded on this drop here. Traded for that move. Did not trade this secondary drop because I thought it was going to keep dropping. Once it pulled back up though, it came and kind of bottomed out here. I traded this little drop in here around lunchtime. Then it came back up all the way to 950 after I got out and dropped all the way back down. I came back right before close. When it came back to $8, got back in for this little notch up right here. So let's go. And I believe, was this the only one I traded? I think it was the only one I traded yesterday. Let's go look at the journal. So yesterday, yeah, these are all the trades I took yesterday, only SMR. It had crypto news on a crypto called Tron. I traded Tron like years ago. And I traded this one based on what I knew about Tron from years ago, just seeing it, and I was like, okay, let's just get into it. It met all the criteria, it had the catalyst, and so I played it. I took 3 trades on it. One was 118, one was $50, and then one was 174, and then I lost on one of the trades $20. So that's how yesterday went. So right now we're muddling through June. I did make up the loss from this one. Actually, I might have made up all the losses on this one day. So 57, 16, 167, and I made 324 yesterday, which is nice. All right, so over here, this one has an SEC filing 0 for today. Let's see what the SEC filing is. SEC filing. We have Zero Therapeutics Holdings filed a pursuant to Rule 424 registration. Okay, so 2,100,000 shares of common stock. Dated May 23rd. Blase. We're an emerging growth company. Okay, 0. Respectively, the last quarter sale price. All right, so I'm looking for some day one news. SEC filing. I mean, only real SEC filings that really go crazy are like splits. But let's go look at Zero and see what it's doing over here. Zero popped up. It has 1 million shares traded on it, so low volume. But it is meeting some of the criteria. The only one it's missing is having that press release, having that juice on it for today. Because today is the 17th and the SEC filing was from yesterday. All right, let's go look further into Zero. I think we've seen Zero before. See where this company comes from. Profile. Zero Therapeutics Holdings, an immunotherapy company, focused on advancing the development of engineered T-cell therapeutics for the treatment of cancer. Its lead development candidate is CER1236, and autologous T-cell therapy candidate for the treatment of hematologic malignancies and solid tumors. The company was incorporated in 2021 and is based in South San Francisco, California. This is morning time. I'm tripping over my words. But yeah, this is the only one that I see on my scans right now that is meeting all but the first criteria, which is the catalyst. We got 719. So it came up here once to 1156, 1156. Let's go look at the daily chart on this one. Make sure I got the right one pulled up. Yes, I do. All right, daily chart, expand. Don't know what that mark is for, but I'm going to clear drawing set. Okay. So it closed at 687 and is now trading all the way up here to 12. Well, it went to 16, so it kind of gave back $4 worth of profit, but not really seeing obvious levels in here. Okay. At least with SM or SRM yesterday, it was a blue sky setup. So it had already broken over the highest highs that it had ever been. This one looks like it's been doing reverse splits a bunch. But it is what it is. I'm just protecting profit at this point. I'm up nicely. So, yeah. And this week is a short week. So Thursday is Juneteenth. I'm just gonna look for things to follow what I'm looking for, trade within that. If I lose within what I'm trying to win on, if I lose, I'm okay with losing within the scope. That's gonna happen. Like that trade I took that I lost $23 on SMRM. It was like, okay, I lost $23, but I'm making, 4 times that when I'm winning. But waiting for something else to pop up here. And let's go look at what the overall markets are doing. Let's flip over here to the 15 minutes. Let's go to the NASDAQ. Okay. So NASDAQ, there's gap fills all around here. It's come back and testing within this level again. Gap fill from January 2024. It is below the the ATRs. So looking a little bit bearish around these levels. We'll see about that. Let's go to the news feed as well. Let's see what's popping up on the news feed today. So for the 17th, we have IMRX that is there. And did I put the price on here? I want to make the price above. There we go. All right, so now let's look through. So I put a price filter on here of above 2. So today we have IMRX, Immuneering reports positive overall survival. SRM, that's the one we already traded, Immuneering. So IMRX is one that, let's go look at that. RX, what are you? Okay, so IMRX, what is the float on this one? Does it have any kind of, okay, so it does have some type of news on today. Has the shares outstanding of or a float of 27.48 million, but it does have news on today. So I'm gonna throw that one on the watch, IMRX, and then look into this news. So I received news at 5 a.m. It says 94% OS, 72% PFS observed. And again, these are abbreviations. I do not know what these mean. Observation status, I don't know what it could mean. But anyway, striking tumor reductions with 39% overall response rate and 81% disease control rate. Let's see. Markedly favorable tolerability profile observed. All right. Company, so a clinical stage oncology company outpacing cancer to help patients outlive their disease. Okay, that is overall, or no, that's overall survival for OS. Let's see. So they got some pretty okay catalysts, but they're really not talking about money at all. So I don't know if that's going to do anything today, but we got it on watch. Just keeping an eye on it. It's up 18% right now, so it's not just killing the game. I also have SMR up here on watch. And then I also see 2 other ones, Lilly, LLY, but that thing looks high price. It's 800 bucks. It says Lilly to acquire Verb Therapeutics to advance one-time treatments for people with high cardiovascular risk. Okay. Let me, I'm gonna add some things here. So I got my price in there that I want. Let's go to float. Nah, do I want to do float right now? Nah, I want to see all the news. So price above this, volume above this. Because what if something happens with NVIDIA or something else that I want to see? I want to be able to actually see that. So I don't want to limit myself too much there. All right. But for now, we're looking in the right places. It's just on the struggle bus. IMRX is on the struggle bus. All right, so let's look at the front page of Yahoo Finance and see what we can see. All right, investors are brushing off yet another downbeat catalyst. All right, Trump plays down Iran-Israel truce as he exits G7 early. U.S. solar stocks fall amid Senate planning to cut short tax credits. And Annie Woj, I don't even know that name. 23andMe bid may not end DNA data lawsuit. City calls time on goals rally and slumping demand. Um, Senate GOP unveils mega bill draft and ramped up tax cuts. How a prolonged Israel and Iran conflict could speed up Fed rate cuts. Yeah, it's all about the money, isn't it? Let's see. Italy's Leonardo buys Europe cybersecurity company Oracle Cloud to add AI's Grok 3 model to line up for corporate customers. Everybody's implementing AI. All right. Why does it say, okay, so Zero seems to be coming down a little bit. Put Zero out here. And then IMRX is not staying alive either. IMRX pulling back, only up 13% now. And what we're looking for things over 20%. We're looking for things with a volume of at least 100 or at least 1 million. We're looking for our vol to be red on the high side. We're looking for prices to be over $2. And, that's pretty much it. And have a catalyst. But IMRX, I don't know if it'll be able to compete. It has a little bit higher float on today with 9 million shares traded. Zero came down here on the 15-minute, hit a high of 1650, but does not have a day one catalyst today. Only 2 million shares traded. So let's see if it can become the leader over IMRX. Doesn't have far to go though. It's definitely going up. Almost 3 million shares traded on the board. 15-minute has some issues around this 1350-ish level. We'll see if it can push through that. It may be able to. But relative volume 170 times, 180 times its normal relative volume. So that's some high relative volume. Let's go to the 5-minute. We didn't see anything obvious on the daily chart with it. This is the 5-minute. So yeah, around this 1350 areas where it faced those issues. Let's go to the 1-minute. Yep. This one definitely has some range on it. Let's look at these candles. So it moved from 749, 1-minute pump up from 836 up here to 926, almost $1. 891 up here to 12s, and has it's got wicks going both ways. The bodies of these candles though, what, 1242 up to 340, so about $1 there. 1337 up to 1520. So a lot of range on these candles on the 1-minute. ATR on this one right now is, whoa, is that right? Wait. Maybe let me refresh. That can't be right. Let me refresh. Nope, it came up. Okay, so ATR, it says it's $18.61. That is insane. That can't be right. And then, but TOS is saying the ATR is $1.22. I don't know what did this thing? Oh, it must have did a reverse stock split. That's what it was. Okay. Okay, if it recently did a reverse stock split, that could have changed it a little bit. But yeah, Zero came up here, forming a little downward slope here, and we're just looking for obvious levels. Let me go back out to the daily and make sure I didn't see anything. I don't think I did on this one. So we know it hit a top. Well, but this is reverse split data, so it really isn't changing anything. And this isn't super obvious. 1160, 1133s there. Yeah, but it's not super obvious. I don't think everybody in the market is going to be like, oh man, 1150, 1160 is going to be the spot. I'm just going to put an unconfirmed level there. That's what I'm going to do. Unconfirmed of 1150. Unconfirmed on the daily. Confirmed 1150. Okay. Other than that, just not seeing it. Yeah, nothing else is just super duper standout. There are a couple little gaps, but they look to be filled. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say 1150 is gonna be maybe the fall point for Zero. Let's go look at the 15 minute. 15 minutes. So we had issues here at the 1350. On the 15 minute, and that's gonna be unconfirmed. Unconfirmed. 15. Don't really know about either one of those. Let's go to the 5 minute. 5 minute is pretty much in alignment with the 15, so I'm not gonna remake that. Good morning, Danielle. SMR, only 2 million shares traded now. After this nice move up, I know Mike D made a lot of money. He bought this thing a while back. I day traded it, but he's been holding it. He was holding it down here from $1 and something. So it jumped from $1 all the way up to 11 something for him. So he was up like 600%. Crazy. I'm going to go ahead and clear SMR off. Does not have what I need for today. It's not over that 20%. Zero still struggling with this 1350. We already went over the trade journal, but I'll go over it again here. So basically, these are the trades from, oh no, wrong one. These are the trades from yesterday on the crypto catalyst on SMR. I took 4 trades, took 1 loser. So let's actually, I wonder is it showing the price yet? Let me see. Nope, it's not showing it yet. Okay, well, took this little dip. You can see on the 15-minute dip in here, sold there. That was 1 trade. Then I got a $50 one, which was, so I took this first dip, made money there, took this one, sold, and I really didn't think it was gonna go any higher. That's why I sold so quickly, just sold for 50 bucks. And then the last trade, so did this one, this one, and then the 174 was over here. I took this little dip here, came in here, dipped right at the $8 whole dollar level and got the pop up. And I did go a little bit higher, but oh well, I just missed that. Okay. So right now, profit loss ratio 2.97 to 1, 48% win rate, bringing it on up to 50. So just walking it up. And then on the month, first week was definitely kind of harsh, but I think I made up all of those losses just in this one day. Last week had green, 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 and then that one that I traded without a day one catalyst. I was stupid for that, and then came back and made that back. So glad I was able to recoup that on Monday. And we still got half the month to go, so we'll see what happens there. All right, back over to Zero finding. Now remember, Zero does not have day one catalyst. Had a SEC filing from yesterday, and it has done some reverse splits. IMRX down to 10% now, so pretty much out of the running with 10 million shares. It's still leading in volume though, so I'm gonna leave it up there because it's leading in volume. Let's go back and look at the news feed over here and see if it's captured anything new. All I'm seeing is IMRX, SMR, and LLY for today. I don't know about IPOs today. Let me go look at the IPO scans for today. For today, there's one called Men's. It's Jung Biotech. It looks like a Chinese company. Definitely probably not going to be touching that. It's going to be wild. I'm cool. Let's go look at what Men's is. Where's my IPO? I don't even see Men's up here. Maybe I got the wrong date. Let me make sure. Nope, 6/17. That's today. Men's. Biotech company, initial public offering. Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna be touching that one today. Then we got two tomorrow, Caris Life Sciences, which is gonna be opening up around 16 to 18 bucks, and then we got Slide Insurance, 15 to 16. It looks like they're gonna be around low floats as well. And JCap. Yeah, I don't know how good those are gonna hold up. Not really notable names. Come on, switch. Okay. All right, back over here to Zero. This was an unconfirmed 15-minute, but it's starting to show some confirmation around this level of 1350. Want to see it test this 1150 again and kind of start not getting back above 12. 15-minute lower highs, and the volume is drying up as well. The volume. Wow, IMRX all the way under 10% with 2 million shares traded. Some people got trapped on this. Went up to 339, coming all the way back down. Round trip. All right, let's go look at what oil is doing. Oil looks to be coming back up. Had this nice little double top, came down here around this right under the 70s, jumped back up. It is holding that 71 right now, and it looks to be in consolidation. So we'll see. Don't know if energy stocks are still in play with they going in consolidation like that. IMRX going under 250, only up 5% now, so I don't know if that's going to get back up to 20%. It's going to be too weak. So Zero is the chieftain right now when it comes to lead on a day that's above 20%. And the one that can possibly range, but again, the only one. Wait, did I just hear? Okay, I thought I heard something come up. Came down here and tested this 1150. Let's go look at this 1 minute. Right on this level. So now this is getting some confirmation. We need to see if it's confirming as resistance or if it's confirming as support. Only 3 million shares traded on this, so very kind of low volume on this. It is now 6:30 where I am. Well, 6:30 Central Standard Time where I am. I want to see it start to struggle with this 50% mark around this 1250 level. Point of control on the 1 minute is 1257. Point of control on the 5 minute is 1179. And on the 15 minutes, 1588. So we'll see if it gets drug around a little bit. 1588 is way up there for a point of control on the 15 minute. So it's definitely trading below the most aggressive levels. 1588 is like up here somewhere. A lot of shorts must have got in for this move down. Uh-oh, got an email. What's going on in my email? Okay. All right. So it came up to this halfway point and it's struggling like we thought, or like I thought. And we're looking for it to break down this 1150 level with no catalyst and looking for something else to take over on the day. Something with a day one catalyst, if possible. If you guys are seeing anything else, definitely let me know and we will go and check it out. But sometimes I think it's good to see these boring stocks that are barely moving because it keeps you from searching for momentum, searching for something that's not there. You know what I mean? Once something hits that scan, though, I'm gonna hear that little pop. Like, uh-oh, what's this? Do my research and then make sure I'm not gonna get killed on it. And See if we can find obvious levels that it could possibly reach. Back up to that point of control, 1250-ish level. Keeps finding some type of resistance there. So where do I want to see it break down? I want to see it break down this imaginary line right here. Break that down. If this is a trend, it may not be a trend. It could break this real easy and just continues to consolidate across. It's running up to 4 million shares traded. Zoom back a little bit. Jump back to the 5-minute. 5 minutes. Nice long wick down in there. It's about to close this 5-minute looking like this. 15-minute. Looking to drop below this 1150. Good morning, RexCon. Yeah, ugly spread. Ugly spread. Let's see, what's the spread? 25 cents. About, well, yeah, 205 on the bid and 1223. So you can get filled anywhere in there for sure. And what does that tell us? That means that people are not contesting these price ranges, are not heavily contesting these price ranges like we're used to seeing. Go back to the 1 minute. Looks like it popped up a little bit. So I want to see it crash down under this. It does not have a day one catalyst, so it's got every reason in the world to go down here. And that's probably what most shorts are thinking. Hey, this thing doesn't have a day one catalyst. It has done many reverse splits. Doesn't have any obvious levels on the daily. Let's try it. And they could be right. Right on that 12. Okay, I heard you pop up. What's over here? Just heard something pop up. Nothing. All right, still just 0. Hmm. And this, oh, well. All right, let's get a failure back at 1250 then. How many times are you going to test 1250? Popping back up. Let's go ahead and get you slashed back down under 1244. About to close this 15-minute. Looking for a breakdown of 11. 90s. Popping up there real quick to that unconfirmed level. Stopping right there at it. See if we can slash back down. And just holding in this range. So it does look like it's doing a little bit of consolidation here, for sure. Right in this level, without that catalyst to keep it attacking higher, you know, it's just taking souls. Closing up that count. Let's see if we can come back into the zone. More shorts stack up on it for this move down through this imaginary trend line. Come on back, buddy. You do not have the gasoline for this ride. 4 million shares traded on it. Opening up a new candle back within this range. So now this is confirmed resistance on the 15-minute. It's 1350 confirmed resistance. So I'm going to change this over from unconfirmed to confirmed resistance. Okay, so we got confirmed resistance, and this one, this unconfirmed daily, we don't know what it is. So let's go look at the 15-minute, or that's a 5-minute, 15-minute. Look at that. Came up there to that unconfirmed and became confirmed resistance. Okay, so still waiting for this breakdown of 1190, under 1198. It'll start breaking down this trend. May put a little fear in the hearts of longs. 4 million shares traded on it. Still nothing new popping up on the scans. Again, the criteria we're looking for is above $2. Smaller floats under 10 million for this scan. I got another scan that's for over 10 million. At least 1 million shares traded in volume, and a percentage change of 20% on the day with R-vol of at least 5. Okay, so is it going to break down the imaginary line finally? Looking like it wants to. Or is it going to need to retest 1350? Okay. Can it break all the way down under 1150? So a small break of that imaginary trend line. Short's kind of stepping up there, knocking it down to 1150 again. So that's going to invalidate this trend line once this, let's see how this candle closes. Do you want to get back up over that trend line is the question. Is 1150 strong enough to hold you up? Okay. Retesting that imaginary trend line. Is the imaginary trend line? Yes, this is the imaginary. So basically, I'm looking for places where people look for any type of trend line, right? I'm looking for at least 2 points to be tested. All right. And so what the imaginary trend line is basically doing is imagining something good happening, right? But it's on this type of stock, it does not have a day one catalyst. It doesn't have any kind of outlying catalyst that can help it. It's imaginary, right? There's no reason for big buyers to come in and just buy it back up. So it's imaginary. Now, what can confirm a trend line as possible support is if it can come up here, reclaim this trend line, and start to consolidate higher. Especially if it doesn't have a catalyst, it's going to have to consolidate a little bit before it makes the next move up. But for now, it's just trying to continue to hold over. What's it? This trend line is at 1216-ish right now and acting as a little bit of resistance. So it's not completely invalid. But this 1150 is looking like some kind of weak support. Hasn't really tapped through it yet. Okay, 1170s. Now, if it crashes 1150, it's definitely going to invalidate this trend. Okay, tapping 1150 again. Tapping right off of it. So we got our resistance. We got what's looking like some type of support if it pops back up. If it can break over 1211, previous 1 minute candle, it's going to be looking a little bit bullish. And we'll put this as some kind of confirmed weak support. Still up 71% though. Pushing back up to the trend just a little bit. And the more time it spends here, the further it gets away from this trend. The more time it consolidates here. Yeah, they are definitely in some indecision. Plus, the volume here is starting to dry up. It was moving 100,000 at a time, and now it's only moving 100 at a time, a couple hundreds at a time. So that can only mean a couple of things. One, the shorts have got the positions that they want, and they're not selling. Or two, buyers are not coming in challenging and rebuying up these shares. So either the shorts are comfortable or the buyers just don't want to get active on this. They're like, nah, I don't know about this. May break down on me. Right up there to the, you gonna touch the trend? Nope, didn't get a touch that time. Interesting. So basically what I'm looking for, I stopped looking for downtrends. I only really look at uptrends, and I'm looking for them to, if there is a catalyst and they can break down and reclaim that uptrend, I'm like, yes, that's almost like a rubber band effect. It's starting to reclaim the trend and get going back up. If there is not a catalyst, I'm looking for it to break down and consolidate and get away, and then drop through a level, the next obvious level, which right now is at 1150 that it's trying to hold. So I don't know how long this consolidation is, but I'm looking for it to drop through here at some point. Look how small these bars are getting too. And now look at the spread. Spread has closed up, what, 82, almost 10 cents now. It was at 20 something cents. All right. So again, okay, this time it got a little tap, but I don't know if that's going to last, if it'll pop back up over that 1150. It'll pop down, but I don't know if shorts are ready for it to go down yet. Opening up right on the 1150. Can you get a pop back over that? You cannot. You cannot. So it's invalidating this trend. And the bottom of this is 1069 down here. 1069. So this weak support of 1150 could become a strong resistance. So we'll see what happens when it comes back up here to 1150. Only a couple hundred shares doing all this movement. Okay, opening below this level, can it get back over 1150? Let's look at the 5 and the 15. 15-minute, we can see that it cracked down. Five minutes. And 1 minute. Let's see what the 1150 becomes. If it can get back over 1150, it's going to be a continued weak support. Come on, buddy. Where's your little momentum? Mm, mm. Quite a bit of a sell down. And let's see if we can get back up. Nope. All right, so getting away from this trend. And now, since it's this far away, will this 1150 become that resistance? So there's definitely some type of opportunity here. It's just high risk. You know what I'm saying? You can trade with it returning to these previous levels and just selling at these levels. Say, okay, well, people aren't so decisive about these levels. Let's just sell at these levels. This one went from 1086, came back green, 1107, all the way back up to 1140. So that's some pretty good range. Just, and you got to be willing to not look for follow through. Just take the profit, because this could easily become the new resistance level. And we'll see what happens here at 1150. So opening up a little bit higher. Let's see if it'll get a tap and fall or get a tap and hold at 1150. But that spread is massive. You gotta. It's almost like you have to buy the bid. You have to let it feel you low to make money on this. Jump back over to the news feed, see if any more news has dropped on anything. Nope, just still IMRA's in phase ENPH dropped because of Trump's solar bill. Let me look at that real quick. ENPH. What's the price on that? Okay, so this one dropped from 46 all the way down here to 36 because of that bill. Let's go back to the 15-minute. So a $10 drop on that for solar energy. If you're short, or I don't know what you would be on today, let's go look at the daily chart. So Enphase has definitely been trading down anyway. And now investors are going to wake up with the even bigger woes, dropping down here to the 36s. Interesting. Right, so I think that's all that I'm seeing for right now. Enphase, Zero, and LLY. LLY is also red, but that doesn't have any kind of volume. I don't like that. All right, back over to the victim. 1119, so it looks like it's getting a little hold here. Again, another little try back up for this 1150. Is it going to get a lunch up and then fall back through, or what? 1136 right now. That's a 20-cent jump back up here to 1150, and it seems like it's in some kind of consolidation here, right on the bottom side of this. Let's get our next imaginary line out here. Even less steep. Looking for it to break on down. So it's kind of got this little angle here where it can play around in. To prove this weakness, I'm looking for below 1068. Only up 63% right now with 6 million shares traded. Go ahead and break down. I guess really I could take this one off and just put a straight one here. Where's this one? This is where I'm looking for it to break down. Confirm weakness. And this is based on, oh, this is a 1-minute chart. Well, I guess I could, it should be the same on all of them, but I would rather do these confirmations on something that's a little bit more. Let's go look at the 15. Yeah. There we go, copy, and bam. Weakness, waiting for that. 5 minute, 1 minute. Yeah, so now we're looking at a spread from 18 cents up to 33 cents. That is a wide spread right there. You do a market order or something like that, that's gonna mess you up. But since it's a pre-market, only limit orders can fill. If you buy the ask, you'll be buying at 17 and immediately down 7 cents. If that's where the price action goes. All right, we're getting something else popping up here. Does not have a day one catalyst. It is MINM. NIM. And as soon as that popped up, this one popped back up to 1150. Let me get MINM up here. Popped up briefly. It's only up 13%. Whoa. Am I tripping? Why is this? Okay, it immediately disappeared. Okay. So it got a lunch up. Had no day one catalyst. Got off of here. I was like, wait a minute, this thing's up 13%. All right, clear that off. Never mind. It can get back over 20, but it doesn't have a day one catalyst though, so don't know why or what it is. Let's go look at what MIMN is. Okay, FIEE Inc. operates a digital content management solution provider in North America, offers digital account management, content operations, growth analytics. Oh no. Oh, it's out of Hong Kong. Well, that's dead. Never mind. Well, that's dead. All right, so it's back over here to 0. It did hit that 1150 again and showed some type of resistance behavior there. So I'm thinking that's confirming this as resistance. First, it failed the trend. Then it came up and got above this level of 1150. And now it has this last level down here of 1069 that it needs to slash down through. Look at this. Is it gonna go ahead and break 1057? Start holding back in here? It might. I don't know. Wow. Right on back down. Right now, 20-cent spread on it. Definitely looks like it's one of those walk down patterns. Again, up here. Let's see if it goes, if it can get over there 1150, or is it going to continue to fail here? Yep, continuing to fail. 6 million shares on the board. 6 millis. What? I got some new news popping out here. So it looks like, let's see, NASDAQ traded Chinese herb company, Bank of America, blah, blah, blah. Okay. IMRX, QBTS, that's the quantum. AMJ, Quantum General. So a couple of quantum names popping up, QBTS. But this is a strategic relationship. They're not really, I don't know about all that. Don't know about all of that. All right. So now this is turned into a confirmed resistance at 1150. Edit confirmed resistance. Confirmed daily resistance. Oh, and it pops right through it and then pops down. That's insane. I think it's going to continue to have problems here, but it might get up. I don't know. It broke over the previous level, so that may get buyers a little active here. But we've seen how quickly it can shift. 1180s, 1188. So from 57, that's a 30-cent little pump out right there. Still trading within consolidation. So as soon as I was like, yeah, that looks like resistance, it pops back up. We'll see if it gets back under here. So yeah, this is looking like some consolidation. We'll see what happens when it comes back down. 6 million shares traded, lower high, top side up there of 1350, still struggling right at the halfway point of this zone with 1230s. Could not make it back to the previous little imaginary trend line. So now let's see you crash this out from here right on up here. Let's see you try to crash this out. No, I'm not muted. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Am I muted? Testing, testing. Uno, dos, tres. Oscuro. Ruido. I don't know. Am I muted? Can you hear me, RexCon? Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Nope, I got my mic. Oh, okay, cool. Donnell says he can hear me. Yep. All right, so let's see if that 1150 can stick as resistance down here. And go ahead and push down. There we go, right back to it. Can it get under it? All right, so now it's a little test up. Test right at that 1150. Bottom of this is 1135. So let's see if we can start closing under 1150 again. There we go, 1135s. It's got this imaginary line down here that needs to break down 11s. Come on, big boy. All right, opening up under 1150. So that is definitely looking like confirmation of resistance. Let's see if If shorts are all in alignment now. Almost 7 million shares traded on this. That's crazy. Continue to close or open up new candles below. Oh, that one was above. Come on, shorts, do your job. So I got 15 minutes, and then I'm going to be going. I don't see anything, but if I get any alerts or whatever, I will let you guys know in the Discord. But yeah, this is the only one that met the criteria, which keeps us from trading trash, right? You know, it's like, yeah, if anything else pops up, cool. Probably be around like the open or something. But definitely not the best look with how this range is. Almost 20 cents of spread on each candle. And it'll definitely shake out weak hands, because if you get 200 300 shares and you're down 20 cents immediately, you're going to stop out. And that's what I think some of these pops are. So another time over this 1150, giving shorts more entries. Let's go to the 15-minute. Look at what it's looking like. All it needs to do is just break down this level of $11. Well, that's not good. That is the hangman right there. Let's see if it continues to be a hangman, though. Is it going to get destroyed here? This hangman usually means it's going to be going down at some point in the near future. So back over here, 12s, $1. So it's a hangman on the 5-minute, looking for it to play out on the 1-minute. Right back up to the 1250s. That previous trend was all the way up there to the 13, 17s at this point. Point of control at 1217. Looking for it to get back under 1150. Okay. Somebody's trading around here. See if we can get an engulfing candle. Imagine, look at this. Imagine buying the breakdown and getting capped off. Oh boy. That's nasty. So could not touch the top level, 1350. Headed back quickly towards this bottom level. But the point that we thought was resistance, it did hold above. It just hasn't done a big slam yet, it seems like. Hmm. $11.75 could get it started with its next leg down. $79s. Wow. Yeah, this is some hardcore consolidation in this little range here for sure. Well, I don't know what this is now, so I'm gonna put back. Don't know if this is resistance or support because how strong it is above it. Unconfirmed. Kind of hard to tell. Seven million shares traded on this one. All right, let's go look at the 15-minute. So again, we just keep seeing these wicks on the 15-minute get over and then go down, and it's just kind of confusing. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wicks on the 15-minute, big downwards wicks. We don't have hardly any big upwards wicks. This was the hangman that we saw earlier. When is it going to take effect? Because that one usually means or signals that it's going to be going down. It still hasn't done it on the 1 minute. Yep, this is not the kind of price action we want to be jumping into. This is just grab your popcorn time and watch people get destroyed. Almost 10 million shares traded. I know for a fact some people have gotten eaten up on this one. All these wicks Nah, no way. And with the amount that it pulls back, even if you do get some wins, it'll probably give you more losses than wins with the way that it's trading. Right above that 1150 right now. It definitely has enough gasoline to drop, because think about it, shorts entered up here 16, got a ride down, got multiple entries up here at 1350, got a ride down, got multiple entries around this 1150. So multiple times that they could have got, bigger positions. Um, and maybe they're starting off small just to see if it just continues to go down, but it's definitely out of this uptrend. All it needs to do is break this lower side under the 11 bucks. Let's go look back at the 5 minute. Look at this. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, 8 wicks telling us, yo, something's wrong here. Something is wrong. All right. Well, I got 6 minutes left. Oh, it's gonna be continue to play defense here. This stock is grimy. This stock is very, very grimy. 1211 all the way back down to 1140. 1260 all the way back down to 1285. 1250 down to, yeah, this thing is, no. This is a trap. This is most definitely a trap. Okay, 1187. Can I go ahead and start just breaking, blowing past these bottoms here? 1169 down here to 1127. Start breaking bottoms. Okay. About to be 7 o'clock here my time, or 7:30 my time. Coming down here to this 1160. Come on, get on back under 1150s here. Just continue to walk down. All right, well, I'm about to get ready to close it on down. I've seen pretty much how this thing's going to be trading. If it's trading like this in pre-market, when there are no halts, how much more dangerous it's going to be when people get in here and they can put in stop losses, and all those stop losses can get hit at the same time, right? That's what I'm thinking about. So at this point, I'm thinking it's going to continue to walk down. Maybe it'll consolidate or whatever, but this is not something I want to play with today. Anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning in. So far on the month, we are looking okay. Coming on out, $100 on the first week, 500 on the second, and then 300 right now. If nothing else happens today, it'll just be a no trade day. But I am looking for that day one catalyst to play on. All right. Yep, but I'm about to break it down. Let's see what we got here. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.